No, sir. I'm from DSP 46.
56. Okay. So let's wait for 2, 3. We will begin at 11:05. All right. All right. It's 11:05. Let's begin. So yesterday we have completed proc append, right? Where we have appended two data set. So we have appended a base data or master data with a transaction data. Right. So this was the last program we have completed yesterday. I'm going to show you another most important procedure, which is known as proc means. And if you are appearing for any SAS interview, consider that there will be a question on this particular procedure. All right. So proc means data equals to sashelp.class and run. By default, this procedure gives you 5-point summary for all numeric variable. All right. And you must have heard this term 5-point summary or descriptive statistics during your journey in R and Python as well. Right. So in R, you get 6-point summary, 6-point statistics, and in Python, it is 8 points, right? However, since this particular output is known as 5-point summary, so SAS has kept it 5 points only. And we also know this 5-point summary as descriptive statistics. Right. Apart from these 5 points, again, if you want to know what all statistics you can get from this particular procedure, just write an incorrect program, run this, and into log window you can see almost 50 different statistics you can get from this program. So let me show you a couple of them. So if you want to calculate kurtosis, right, which is known as peakedness of your data, you can calculate that. Like this, kurtosis, skewness. So whatever I have written over here, it will give me that particular output. All right, you can use a classification variable to classify your data like this, which will classify your data into 2 different categories and will show you separate statistics for that particular category. And you can write your choice of variable to get an output. If you don't wish to get output for every other variable, right? So quickly complete this. It's your time. Someone to answer your question, what is kurtosis? This is known as kurtosis. And what is skewness? That data is not behaving normally. That is skewed left or right. That is skewness. So as you all know, that normal probability curve looks like this, right? If your curve is too steep or if your curve is too flat, we measure this by the help of kurtosis. Any question on this? All right. Similar to your class statement, you can use by statement. Again, to run a by statement, you need to use proc sort. So I'm just sorting my data. The only difference with by and class is that with the help of by, you will get to separate output. 10th percentile, Karishma. Right? With the help of by, this will give you separate output. With class, it will give the output in the same table, right? Now, apart from this, you can calculate specific statistics and store that into a new data set. So how you can achieve that goal, right? So you can simply write proc means data equals to self.class, right? Who has joined? Mitali Shetty. Mitali, were you present in the yesterday's class? Okay. तो अभी जो बताने वाला हूँ थोड़ा सा ऊपर से जाएगा, फिर आगे से जहाँ से आपको समझ में आएगा मैं बता दूंगा आपको, ठीक है ना? अगर आपने पिछली क्लासेस अगर वीडियोस देखे हैं देन ओनली यू विल बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू कवर राइट नाउ, ठीक है? अदरवाइज यू नीड टू हैव सम पेशेंस, आई विल लेट यू नो फ्रॉम वेयर यू नीड टू फॉलो, क्योंकि अभी जो ये बताने वाला हूँ समझ में नहीं आएगा क्योंकि ऑलरेडी कवर कर चुका हूँ मैं इसमें काफी चीजें। ऑलराइट, सो proc means data self dot class आउटपुट, जो इसका आउटपुट आ रहा है उसको आउट कर दो और इसके अंदर स्टोर कर दो, और जो स्टोर करना है वो मीन करना है, एंड मीन का एवरेज वेट, एवरेज हाइट और सॉरी एवरेज एज, एवरेज हाइट एंड एवरेज वेट करके वेरिएबल बना देना। लेट मी रन दिस फॉर यू। रन हो गया आपका नॉर्मल, एंड व्हेन यू गो टू योर लाइब्रेरी इन द वर्क यू विल सी दिस टेस्ट। So do you see average age, average height, average weight? So if you write tomorrow, if you write like something like this, Ram Shyam और बाबू राव, राइट? ये थी ना, वो कौन सी पिक्चर थी, हेरा फेरी? So whatever name you will give to your variable, it will write that name. So always remember we need to give some meaningful name over here by which you can understand what is being stored and for which variable it is stored. So that's the reason I have written as average age, average height, and average weight.
It will only calculate the numeric like average age, height, and weight. And if you will not specify, then it will not calculate all the numerical data.
No, it will calculate irrespective whatever you define over here.
Okay.
So if I remove this, right, this will give the same name, age, height, and weight, which are there in your data set. All right. Similarly, you can control the output, right? So before class, let me show you a simple output. So now I am only taking output of two variables. So I'm controlling output with a where statement. And if you check the new test, so you have only average age and average weight. Now, if you start classifying your data, right? So do you see, you have first level classification, which means it is giving you average for all 19 observation, average weight for all 19 observation, right? Then it has classified that those 19 into 9 and 10, so 9 female and 10 male, and their respective statistics. Right? If you put another classifier over here, which was, what was that? Height. Let me make it a little simple. Age को ऊपर डालते हैं और height को नीचे लेके आते हैं. If you look at this, right, it will give you again first level classification. It means total data का average height and weight. फिर एज वाइज आपका हाइट एंड वेट, हर एज ग्रुप का हाइट एंड वेट, फिर हर जेंडर का हाइट एंड वेट अलग से, फिर एक पर्टिकुलर जेंडर का पर्टिकुलर एज का एवरेज हाइट और एंड एवरेज वेट. तो फॉर एग्जांपल पहले 19 के 19 लोगों का एवरेज हाइट एंड वेट दिया, फिर एक वेरिएबल है एज, उसके अंदर फिर वो डेटा पॉइंट्स 2, 5, 3, 4, 4, 1 इस तरह से, तो उनका एवरेज हाइट एंड वेट दिया, फिर मेल फीमेल का दिया, फिर मेल फीमेल एज, उसके बेसिस पे जो उनकी फ्रीक्वेंसी है उसका एवरेज निकाल के दिया. सो इतना डिटेल आप डेटा से ले सकते हो, स्टैटिस्टिक्स जैसे निकाल सकते हो.
So we are using class and variable, two things to define the categories like sex and age in the class and height and weight in the variable. So what does difference it makes when we are putting it into class and we are putting in the variable?
ओके, सो वेरिएबल तो सो वेरिएबल जहां पे भी यूज होगा साइज के अंदर, दिस विल कंट्रोल यो कि कितने वेरिएबल का आउटपुट चाहिए आपको. ठीक है ना? जैसे भी मैंने दो डिफाइन किया, हाइट एंड वेट, तो हाइट एंड वेट ही आएगा पूरे, कुछ भी कर लो डेटा के अंदर आप, राइट? क्लास हम यूज कर रहे हैं डेटा को क्लासीफाई करने के लिए, उसको फर्दर कैटेगराइज करने के लिए. अब जो हाइट एंड वेट आपको दिखाई देगा, राइट, उस वो हाइट एंड वेट सेक्स से डिवाइड होगा, फिर एज से डिवाइड होगा, और फिर इन दोनों के कॉम्बिनेशन से डिवाइडेड होगा. ना कैटेगरी होगी उनकी. और वही रीजन है जब मैंने आपको सिर्फ एक कैटेगरी दिखाई थी, इन दैट केस द आउटपुट वाज लाइक दिस, राइट? मेल का अलग, फीमेल का अलग. So this is again this is classified into male female. When you put another category, तो फीमेल का अलग क्लासिफिकेशन, मेल का अलग क्लासिफिकेशन, विद इन फीमेल एज का भी क्लासिफिकेशन कर दिया, एंड देन उसके बेसिस पे हाइट एंड वेट आपको आउटपुट दिया जा रहा है. राइट? सो क्लास के अंदर वी राइट अ क्लासिफिकेशन वेरिएबल जिसके बेसिस हमें डेटा को क्लासिफाई करना है, या कैटेगराइज करना है, राइट। और वेयर इसलिए होता है that we write those variables for which we want an output. Let me know once you're done with this. Done? All right, thank you for the
Done, sir.
confirmation.
Done, sir. Sir, what is the difference between output and out? Like, can we directly use out here without writing the output?
No, no. So आउटपुट आउट का मतलब मैं बताता हूँ, इस प्रोसीजर का जो आउटपुट आएगा, राइट, उसको आउट करना है इस सेट के अंदर. So output is basically refers to the output of any procedure, and out is used for storing data in some another SAS table. So output out में जो आउटपुट आया उसको आउट कर दो किस कहाँ पे, इस न्यू अंडरस्कोर टेस्ट में. ठीक है, चलेंगे. सो आई कैन डू द सेम स्टफ जो ऊपर किया है वही, एंड व्हेन आई राइट नो प्रिंट विच मीन इसका आउटपुट नहीं आएगा और आपका डेटा क्रिएट हो जाएगा, राइट. नो प्रिंट मीन्स नो प्रिंट, दैट्स इट. Do you see that I got new test one? Right. Similar to this particular procedure, right? We have a data set by name of proc summary. जो काम proc means with no print option के करता है वही काम proc summary करता है. All right. So the difference between these two programs is that in place of means we are using summary and we are not writing no print option. All right. So this is about your. So we have covered how many procedures? Let me just go back. So we have covered print, sort, right, contents, frequency, Then probably we have used format, then append, then means, and finally summary. So we have covered almost 7-8 procedures. Any question on any of the procedure before I move on to the next set of procedures? Yes, no, maybe कुछ तो बोलो. Okay, perfect. So let me open another program. All right. Now since I told you in the beginning that I am looking for bigger picture, which means tomorrow if you want to appear for self certification, मैं उस हिसाब से पढ़ा रहा हूँ. अदरवाइज आपके कोर्स के हिसाब से तो प्रोसीजर्स हो गए, ठीक है ना. सो जो भी प्रोसीजर्स पढ़ाने वाला हूँ वो जो भी बताए हैं उसके अलावा ये प्रोसीजर्स पे आपके काफी काम किए हैं. फ्रॉम द एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू एंड फ्रॉम द प्रोग्रामिंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, आपको दोनों जगह जरूरत पड़ सकती है, राइट. ऐसा नहीं है कि एग्जामिनेशन के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से इम्पोर्टेंट है. सो प्रॉक शॉट मैं इसलिए यूज कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि मेरे को अभी बाई यूज करना होगा कहीं ना कहीं, राइट. सो आई एम गोइंग टू cover this proc transpose, right. And proc transpose we use to transform to change data from row to column, column to row. So you are writing data equals to new, out equals to new, t test, whatever it is, prefix. This prefix I am rewriting to give it a prefix my column name with this particular keyword. So if you look at the output, right, your variable age, height, and weight become your row number, and rest row number is there in the columns. And since I have prefixed IMATI, so it is showing me. Or we can write something like that, column number or row number.
Like a transpose of a matrix.
Transform of a matrix, right? So this is proc transpose. You can use one more variable over here, ID, right? And in where statement, again, you can control how many variable you want to transpose. For example, here by default, we have all three variables transposed. But you can control this with a where statement. So, so now the moment I made name as an ID variable, that variable has been taken as a column name. All right. And second thing which I have changed into this, that I have used var statement to control the output. And third thing which I have used label. So by label, this is showing me the name of former variable like weight and height. So they are now row, so that's why they are showing that these are the former variables are weight and height. Joyce, Thomas, James, your name variable will become your new variable. Now, if we use a by keyword in transpose, then your output would be this. So this will transpose your data by that particular variable. So this will transpose for female first, then male. So Achal, summary is proc means with no print option. समरी में सिर्फ इतना फर्क है कि हमें नो प्रिंट लिखना पड़ता है आउटपुट निकालने के लिए, अदरवाइज समरी इज इक्वल टू proc मींस विद नो प्रिंट ऑप्शन. सो proc समरी का कोई आउटपुट नहीं आता, राइट? उससे आप डेटा सेट क्रिएट कर सकते हो अपने स्टैटिस्टिक्स का. Let me know once you're done with proc transpose. Done, everyone? Good. All right. So do you see? I have put this particular procedure in star because this is my favorite procedure, right? And the reason why I'm saying this because uh, this helps me a lot, right? So what it does, this proc data set does a lot of stuff, but currently we have a procedure for all those options, right? Now I use this particular option to kill my working library. So what happens whenever I work on a project, I do create 20, 30, 40 temporary data sets, right, while writing my program. Now those all data sets take or you know occupy the space which is available for you. फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर कंपनी ने मेरे को 1 TB का वर्क स्पेस दिया हुआ है, तो मालूम चला कि उसमें से 800 GB तो ये डेटा सेट पड़े हुए हैं, जो कि मेरे को दोबारा कभी यूज में नहीं लेने, बिकॉज मेरा जो फाइनल आउटकम आया वो एक डेटा सेट में आ गया और मैंने किसी सर्वर पे स्टोर करा दिया। और जो मेरा एक तरह से समझो, दिस इज जस्ट लाइक माई रैम, मेरे रैम को ही ऑक्यूपाई किए हुए रहते हैं जो वर्क के अंदर जो डेटा होते हैं ना, दीज ऑल डेटा सेट्स, राइट? To kill those data set in one go, so what I do, I write this program at the end of all my programs, and this does its magic by cleaning the work library. तो उससे होता ये है कि आई नेवर गेट एन स्टिंकर फ्रॉम माई एडमिन टीम कि आप ना फालतू का स्पेस यूज कर रहे हो। Alright, so this is your proc data set. All right, so let's begin. One of the most used procedure and one of the most uh, what I must say, a versatile procedure. So you can write a complete book on this particular procedure. So there are books on this particular procedure. So it is so versatile. All right. So proc tabulate helps you to tabulate your data, which means how you want to arrange your data in rows and columns, right? So by default, it requires 1, 2, 3. These three statements, right? Class statement, var statement, and table statement. So let me write it. Proc tabulate. Then the data which you want to tabulate. So data set name followed by a class statement, followed by a var statement, followed by a table statement, right? And then run. So this is the default syntax for this tabulate procedure. Now in class we write classification variable. Classification, on the basis of that particular variable we want to classify our data. In where we write a variable for which we want some sort of statistics or we want some sort of calculation or aggregation. And in table statement, we define the structure of our table, the output table which we want. All right, so let's begin. So class where now I am writing only one variable over here, which is weight. Since I have used weight in the var statement, so I will be calculating some statistic around weight, right? So the structure for table is P, comma R, comma C. So the first variable which you will write will go into column. Thus, if you are writing another variable after comma, then it will go to row, and you are writing third dimension which will go to page. So I will explain all these three in a while, right? Give me a second. Let me clean my window. Then, so you have used weight as a variable, and you have used in the table statement. So the table has been created for weight, and a default statistics or default mathematical operation which happen on this particular variable is sum. So whenever you generally for a numeric variable, the default statistical output is sum, and for any categorical or character variable, the default output is count. So let me show you that as well. So this will throw me an exception that variable does not match type prescribed for this list. So you cannot define, right? You cannot define a variable which is of character into various statements. So in various statements, you can only define a numeric variable. So do you see by default, the output for your categorical variable or character variable is count. And you know count is represented by n in SAS. All right. Any question till now? Okay, no question. Then let me move. So this output we already know that by default this will give me a sum in column. Now I can use my second variable which is used in column over here. So this variable will go into row, right? So in row you have gender, in column you have weight. So this is how the table structure would look like by this program. All right. Now couple of designing thing. So do you see this some this blank box? We want to format this, right? So what we did, we have used box equals to option, or let me show you over here so that it will be easy for you. So I can fill this box by using box equals to option, right? Like this. Now I can change this name. I can cancel this heading. So how I can achieve this? So for example, if I want any other statistics apart from sum, so to get any other statistics, I need to multiply that variable with that particular statistics. Let me show you another example so that so in place of sum, now this is showing me mean, right? Because I have used mean keyword, right? So apart from sum, I can get different statistics from my variable, right? Now, if you want to change its name, you can change it by using a assignment operator and giving it a name. And by assigning missing value, you will be canceling that particular variable like this. So this has been removed and mean has changed to average. Practice this, okay?
So why we have used double quotes in the with sex here, like table sex equal to double quotes.
To cancel the heading, to remove this particular heading. Since it's a blank, it will remove it. And if you write something, that heading will become a part of it. Like this. Done? Okay. Okay, let's move on to few more example. Now, if you want more than one statistics, you can put those statistics into introducing a new keyword, which is all. So this is a predefined keyword. This will give you the total for that particular column for that another column, right? For any statistic, this will give you the. So this is mean. So this is an average of all this. Done this one. Okay. Now we can further classify a column, right? We can further classify the column with the help of a categorical variable like this. So for the first, my data is divided by gender, then the mean and count has been calculated for that particular category, and on row I have age.
So I'm getting a type of name weight is unknown.
So you must, so whatever variable you are using in table statement, right? They should be either a part of where statement or class statement.
Okay, sir.
Sure, real time will explain in a while. So Aman, are you done?
Yes, sir. Done.
Okay. So look at your program first, and I will explain the command. So what I am doing, I am splitting my weight on the variable x, right? And what all statistics I am calculating? Mean and count. So my data is classified first into female and male, and then statistics for the weight is calculated for different categories, right? For female, for male, and it is further divided by your age. So do you see there is no data point over here because there is no one into female which has age of 16. Okay. Now by using all keyword you can get the total at the bottom. Now similar the way you have classified your variable on column, you can classify your variable on the row level as well. So you will get that classification on the row as well. Done? You guys need more time? Okay. All right. Let me quickly move on to the this is an old procedure, so I'm not getting into this. Yeah. So the new next procedure is your proc univariate. This is one of the most wonderful procedure, right? And this procedure, as you all know, univariate means analysis of one variable. This will give you the analysis of one variable at a time. So for example, if I'm writing a var over here, then it will give me the output for var variable weight. Okay, let me do one thing which I usually do before running this procedure. All right. So this procedure will give you movements, which is your descriptive statistics plus few other measures like sum of squares, standard error. This will also give you the basic statistical measure like mean, median, mode, standard deviation, variance, range, IQR. The test for location, right? Which means whether your data is normally distributed or not. Quantize different quantize like 100%, 99, 95, 90, 75, 50, 25, 10, 5, 1, and 0% time. And and top 5 and bottom 5 observation of the data, and histogram of your data if you write a keyword histogram over here. So with the help of few line of code, you can do this wonderful job of analyzing one variable. All right, simple 3 line of code and detailed analysis of your variable.
How do we truncate the tail end when we are calculating the 99th percentile and we see an anomaly in there? So how can we truncate it?
I didn't get your question, Aman.
Like
What do you mean truncating?
so, like okay, just at the table in which percentiles are showing. Like here we can see that the 99th is also 150 and 100th is also 150. So that after 95 they are only 150 as the values.
Right.
Suppose if we have a value, suppose at 280 at the 100th percentile and 150 at the 99th. So we have to, like when we are analyzing the data and performing the steps, and we usually do in R and Python, we usually truncate that thing so that we can avoid the anomaly in the data.
That you can do in data step, you know. In data step, what you can do, you can.
How can we do it in Python? Sorry, SAS.
Data, simple where command. Right. Now, what do you want to do? You want to remove them or you want to replace them?
We can either do either of those things. Not
If, let's say, weight is less than equals to what is the weight? Maximum weight is 150, 130. Let's make it 130. Right. And here is your test data, which only has weight which is less than 130. Truncated. And if you want to replace it, then WEIGST weight.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All right. With the help of proc unit, you can plot your normal probability curve like this. So this will show you distribution of your data. Other things are same. The only change is now you have a histogram, a box plot, a QQ plot. Done? All right. So
So we
you
also
can
have the name of normal test. What is the difference between like plot normal and normal test?
so plot normal will plot your normal probability curve along with your other statistics. Sorry, other graph like. So these are three different graphs you can use for checking the normality, right?
Yes, sir.
Generally, we use either this, right? So it plots all three graphs, right? And in histogram, you can use this histogram, and if you use normal, I'm not on this graph, but I believe you should get this graph right to write this program. Did you get the red color line over there? I think this particular keyword does not work. I believe this is not meant for this. Then in that case, I'm removing this. All right. So this is about proc univariate, right? Let's understand a couple of new procedures. So next is your proc core, right? The proc core will return your simple statistics and your Pearson correlation coefficient. What is correlation coefficient? Anyone? इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चन है ये आपका. What is correlation coefficient? Okay. And how do we calculate this? How do we calculate this and how do we measure this? No. I'm asking what is correlation coefficient and how do we calculate this or how do we measure it? There is a scale, right, on which you measure this or you compare with, right? So when you will say this is a perfect correlation, good Karishma. What is the meaning of one? One is good. From where did you get this definition of good? Oshin? Perfect direct relation. Yes, Achal. Right? Perfect positive correlation, we call it, or direct correlation is a similar thing, right? And minus one means perfect inverse or negative correlation. And zero means Oshin, what is zero means? Okay. So zero means no linear correlation. I cannot guarantee about any other correlation, right? So this correlation coefficient measure the linear relationship, not any other relationship. You may have a exponential relationship, you may have a curvilinear relationship, you inverse relationship. However, this only measure the linear relationship. So zero means no linear correlation. क्लियर है सबको? सिर्फ अमन को समझ में आया, बाकी लोग अभी भी कंफ्यूज है, सर क्या बोल रहे हैं? ओके, गुड.
Sir, but if
Now,
there is another type of correlation rather than linear, so what will it represent here? Like it will not, it will give some another value, or it will be a blank.
good question, Aman. If there is no linear correlation, right, then the value of your R would be near to zero.
Okay, so we cannot actually define whether zero means no relation or any other relation except for
So
linear.
yeah, so since I'm only measuring linear relation, I can guarantee the linear. What is the output for linear relation? I cannot guarantee for any other relation, right? My formula is for linear relationship, so I will only take a guarantee of linear relationship. I cannot check any other formula, any other relationship with linear relation formula or linear relationship formula, right? बात आई समझ में? Okay. So here we got the p value as 0.74. So age का weight का क्या correlation है? 0.7, which is a good correlation. 0.81 age का height के साथ. So
What
these are
does
the
this
value of the.
represent? Less than 0.0001, 0.003. There are
That's
two
your.
values.
That is a p value of your null hypothesis. So what is the null hypothesis? What would be null hypothesis for correlation? Correlation की null hypothesis क्या लिखोगे? सोच के देखो जरा.
The null hypothesis will be with the increase of age, the weight will increase.
No, कल तो हमने कुछ और बात की थी. नल हाइपोथेसिस कौन लिख के बताएगा जल्दी से? एज और वेट के बीच. So null hypothesis is a hypothesis of equality, hypothesis of no impact, hypothesis of no relation,
Then
right?
you will say there is no impact between age and weight.
Yes, there is no correlation between age and weight, right? Alternate में क्या लिखोगे आप? Yes,
Then
age has
alternate
a
will be yes.
significant relationship weight, right?
Yes.
Now your p value is coming at 0.0003. What is the significance of this? That we can reject null hypothesis. 0.0.
Yes, sir.
So what is the formula to remember this? When p is low, null will go. When P is low, null will go. तो P low है तो null चला जाएगा मेरा.
Yes, sir.
तो बचा क्या? Alternate. और alternate में क्या बोल रहा हूँ? That age is has a significant relationship your weight, और वो आप इस R की वैल्यू से भी देख पा रहे हो. Right? Okay. Few plotting, which is not a part of any standard of base program. Even SAS Institute does not cover this topic, but from examination perspective and from your day-to-day working perspective, I've covered this, right? So, proc SG plot. So this helps me to plot X and Y data, and you will get a scatter plot, right? As the name suggests, scatter. Pretty simple. And this ellipse will create a 95 prediction, 95% confidence interval boundary. Now this is your horizontal box plot, which is separated by gender. Or if you want a vertical box, you can write V box. Sorry. And with matrix, you can plot a histogram and a scatter plot of all the variables, all the numeric variables. And if you do not like the other option, then you will get only the scatter plot. Done. Okay. Next is your XY graph. So this is a little tricky. So on x-axis, right, you have year, and y-axis you have coal in series 1. In series 2, again you have x-axis year and y-axis natural gas, and you are putting that into y2 axis. So this is your coal at year, and on this axis the series 1 for coal, and this series 2 which is on axis 2 for natural gas.
What does type discrete define?
So if I will not write discrete, then this will be continuous, you know. So I want to make it, since this is number, and number should not be taken as a continuous value, otherwise it will show you a continuous scale over here. So these are discrete value. I want to pass on this message to my graph, that take that as a discrete value, not as a continuous value. Otherwise क्या होगा, वो 1 Jan to 1990 हो सके 12 दिसंबर तक की वैल्यू काउंट करेगा. तो इट्स इंटरवल कैलकुलेट करने लग जाएगा वो, बजाय डिस्क्रीट डेटा पॉइंट के.
And we are only calculating it for residential customers, not for any other.
Yes, yeah. So where condition you can pass on here only. So this is how you can customize of your output. All right. Next is your histogram with density function or density key. So y2 axis, Manish, sorry, I just seen your message. X means that I am putting this on the second x y axis. This is y axis 1, this is y axis 2. Right? Next, your vertical bar graph with actual sales versus predicted sales. If I use a function predict, this will show you on an average sales which is expected, and these are the actual sales. You can change the bar width, you can change the transparency to the visibility of your second bar. Next is your SG plot, horizontal bar, horizontal bar graph. You can make it vertical bar graph. Done? So these are all your plots and graphs. Now let's talk about some statistical procedures like proc reg, right? So the linear regression could be done with this small step by using proc reg tells health.class, then you are writing a model. Your weight is equal to age and height. So this is similar to your uh, model statement which you write like y tilde variable 1 plus variable 2 in R, right? And you're also plotting that particular output. It will some time. So this is a proc reg output. So with just one comma, let me clean this, then it will be more clear. This is your data, right? On which you have run this linear regression. This is your ANOVA table, right? This is your RMSE, R square value, adjusted R square value, your intercept, age and height, their p values, and fit diagnostic for weight. All those graph by which you test assumption of linear regression. Your this is a relationship between weight and age, and this is weight and height. And the formula is given over here. Sorry, here. Weight is equal to 1 point if this plus this age plus this is a height. One procedure and everything is done.
So we are writing model weight equal to age and height. So we are taking weight as a variable for age and height.
Weight is my y and x1 is age, x2 is height. This is how you write your linear regression formula, right? All right, and then we have one procedure known as ANOVA. So when we use ANOVA, ANOVA. When we use ANOVA, to test difference between two or more means, right? And one variable should be discrete and another should be continuous. Case we are checking whether the mean between male and female is different for variable weight or not, right? So the ANOVA procedure give me this output, right? The ANOVA table, right? Number P, what is the null hypothesis for ANOVA test? The mean of all groups are equal, and alternate says mean of groups are not equal, right? If you check the mean for male is 108, mean for female is 90. So there is a difference, right? फर्क है या नहीं है? And this is where you are committing a mistake. Statistically, there is no difference between their mean. Yes. My p value is coming out to be 0.07, which is greater than 0.05. So p is low, null will go, p is high, null will fly, which means null is true, which means there is no significant difference between the average age of male versus average age of female. So whatever you are seeing is by chance. समझ में आया ये? Right. Or if you see over here that they are overlapping, that is the reason it is not showing you they are significantly different, right? And I have used one keyword which is known as SCP, right? So there are different statisticians who have derived the formula for ANOVA differently. However, the result you will see is more or less nearby. So the SCP, this groups your variables, right? So A means these two are similar. Let me show you one more example, right? That will, so this is a data for a basketball team where we have team and their height. Right? Now if you want to check whether the average height of red are equal or not, so what you will do? You will write proc ANOVA, right? Let me share this data with you. Your classification variable is, or your grouping variable is team, and model is height equals to team. And what you are comparing means of team, and you are using a Welch test. In previously we used Skiffy, now we are using Welch test. Now if you go to your this, what is the p value? 0.003, which is less than 0.05, right? However, if you go over here, it is show you 0.005. Again, this is less than 0.05, which means these groups are not equal. So do you see this one? Now, how do you know which groups are common and which are different? So which teams are similar, which are different? So you, in case of Welsh, you can use Skiffy. That gives you more SCHEFFE, Skiffy. That will group. So these three variables, these three are similar, and these four are similar. You know, do you see this Skiffy grouping? So it grouped the variables into different groups by suggesting that okay, these are similar, these are dissimilar. तो इन तीनों के साथ ये दोनों अलग हैं, राइट, और जब इन चारों को लेता हूं तो ये अलग होता रहता है. इसलिए वी कैन से alternate hypothesis is true that at least mean of one group is not similar. null क्या होता है? mean of all the groups are similar. alternate होता है at least mean of one group is not similar. Any question? I think today you have a good download, so I should stop here only, right? Or you do you want me to continue? काफी सारे प्रोसीजर्स हो गया आज. What do you say? I am fine with everything. This is what I know, Karishma. That's why. Yes. So let me share this. And I think I need to share class 8 as well, right? So I have not covered one procedure which is proc report from this data. Let me show you that. Okay. That is an old procedure. We have proc tablets, so which solves everything for us. Yes. So any question before I wrap up?
Yes,
Wrap the
sir. I have
class.
a few questions from the last command.
Okay. Let me open it. So you have a question on this one, right?
Yes, sir. The data you
Yes,
shared,
sir.
you have written double at the rate at the place after height. What does that signify? Double at the rate.
कौन बताएगा? ग्रुप में से बताओ जल्दी. सबको बताया था मैंने ये डेटा स्टेप में. डबल एट द रेट, डबल ट्रेलिंग, क्या मतलब होता है इसका? कौन बताने वाला है? जल्दी बताओ. डबल ट्रेलिंग बताया था। तो अमन, डबल ट्रेलिंग का मतलब होता है, सो आई विल रीड this for team, this for height. अब कहो once my this line date my variable is complete, right? 7 के लिए डेटा पूरा हो गया, आई विल मूव ऑन टू नेक्स्ट लाइन। तो डबल ट्रेलिंग इस लाइन को होल्ड करके रखता है फॉर अदर डेटा टू बी रेड फ्रॉम देयर। तो ये इनपुट स्टेटमेंट को होल्ड करके रखता है और बोलता है कि आगे आगे चेक करो और डेटा तो नहीं है।
When we have the data in multiple lines, we write like this.
We have multiple data in one line, we use double at the rate symbol.
And I was getting another type of graph when I run that command of ANOVA. It was basically a color coded graph at the end, height of Skiffy grouping for means alpha.
This one?
Yes, sir, at the below where we are getting the results, I was getting height color coded height.
Let me close this. Give me a second. Oh, this is not letting me close this. So we will get this. You will get this. So you are not getting which output? This one?
The last one, sir. This one.
This one. So write Skiffy grouping. So here you need to write Skiffy. Can you double check the spelling?
It's same, sir.
Same then. Might be that functionality is not available in the SAS Studio. That might be one of the reasons. If the spelling is correct.
Okay, I can share you the one time my screen and show you what I was getting.
You are presenter now.
Results, I was getting this type of data.
Okay, same thing. Okay, in place of table now you are getting a visual output,
Yeah,
right?
that is what I was saying. I'm getting the visual output, not the exact values.
The meaning of them are same. Okay, this red is showing you one group. This is showing you another group. So they have, so mine is a little old version, so they might have come up with this one. So that is a more visually impressive. All right. Any other question which I can answer right now? If no question, then enjoy your day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Bye bye. Take care.